Okay, now what we're going to do is have a look at another source of information on the internet called what I call a property location browser. It's another government website. We can go in and have a look at some properties and find some extra information here. So you just go into maps.sa.gov.au and you put in the address you're looking for. Banksy Park. Click on it. It'll zoom in and show you some information. It's always good to have a look at just look at the lines, look at the area, just try and work out where you're located relative to everything else. So, you know, we can see we're just outside the city here. You go up, this is Northeast Road, and then you drive up here and you can see all the hills up here. So get a good feel for where you are, and you can scroll in and out to have a good look. And the cool thing is here it shows actually all the lines between the properties. So the other thing about this, if you can start to see whether someone's subdivided things in the past. So we can see over here, someone's doing a little subdivision with a hammerhead, so house at the back here. Let's see another example. You know, we might have some other examples somewhere else. So here, see this guy's starting to do a whole pile of subdivisions here. There's a whole heap of them over here. So that gives you a bit of a guide of maybe what's possible within that council area or close by to where that is. Doesn't necessarily mean you can get that approved, but just gives you a bit of a guide. Okay, so what we can do here is we can get some extra information. So we can come in here and put layers over here, so we can actually put in like local government authority wards. So click on that and it says it's in the Steventon ward, or we've got postcodes. It'll pop up with a postcode in there and give us the suburb name, Banksia Park, and it'll give us the whatever government towns are. Don't know what that means. Local government areas. So it's in the city of Teacher Gully. So it just gives us a few extra little things that we may or may not be interested in. So let's just take all that off there. So that's if we're looking at stuff on the screen there. If we want to prepare a report and start pulling things out, something else we can do is we can actually just click on the property we're looking at. And let's just zoom out here. We click on info, click on the particular property we're looking at, and then we've got the address of the property on there. And we'll actually be able to come here and actually run a report. So we can click print report. And if we're going to go to PDF, and it should be fine, click print. It'll prepare a little report for us, hopefully. Print, there it is, it's coming. Okay, so it's just giving us our same map we had before. It's given us the address again. It's told us in the city of Teacher Gully. Hasn't really given us other particularly useful information. We can see here that we've got the title reference number now, which may be useful if we're not really sure what the specific property is. We've got a plan number as well, which may or may not be useful for us as well. So it really just depends on whether that's something that's going to be particularly useful for you. But if we go back and have a look at it in a bit more detail, something else you might find interesting, you can actually come in here and start adding things to the map. So one particularly useful things might be looking at the council zoning. So if we know we're in a particular council area and we know that's going to have an effect on maybe what the council requirements are, because they may have different requirements for different councils, we click on here, you'll be able to click on everything. We want to see everything within the city. Where's the council zone for City of Teacher Gully? Click on show on screen. And we can see now that everywhere we've seen so far is in the City of Teacher Gully. We can zoom out and we can start to see how big the City of Teacher Gully is. And so you might ask, why is that important? Because like I said, you might find you're right on the boundary, so across the road might be different than what you are. So just because you've seen one across the road where you can subdivide doesn't necessarily mean you are, because you're in different council areas. Or likewise, you know, you can start to understand this particular council area more than any other council area and become an expert. And so you then start to narrow down and really get a really good focus on one particular area. And so having a really good understanding of where the council zone is will help you be able to decide what that particular area is going to be. So hopefully that's made sense. Hopefully you found it useful in some way. You can actually switch it to satellite and hybrid maps and that sort of stuff. So get in there and have a bit of a play and see if you find it useful. And we will talk again another time. Thanks.